Good morning, students. Hope that you are doing your studies properly and doing reading plus writing simultaneously. Now, let me continue with amines, physical properties of amines. Lower aliphatic amines are gases with fishy odor. Primary amines with 3 or more carbon atoms are solids. Aniline and other aryl amines are colorless but get colored on storage due to atmospheric oxidation. Solubility decreases with the increase in molecular mass of amines due to increase in size of the hydrophobic part. I hope that you are remembering what is hydrophobic part, hydrophilic part, etc. Now consider two examples, butane 1-ol and butane 1-amine. Which is more soluble and why? I told you before also, when a question is coming like this, you should draw the structure or write the structural formula. After writing the structural formula, then you can think and you can make a correct statement. Here, we know oxygen and nitrogen both are electronegative, but the electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5 and electronegativity of nitrogen is 3. So, greater electronegativity of is therefore oxygen. So think and write the answer, which is more soluble and why. Another point to be noted here is primary and secondary amines. In both the cases, the intermolecular association will be there due to hydrogen bonding between nitrogen of one amine and hydrogen of another molecule. Intermolecular association is more in primary than in secondary. Why? Because in the case of a primary amine, 2 hydrogen atoms will be attached to nitrogen, and in the case of a secondary amine, only 1 hydrogen atom is attached. And in the case of a tertiary amine, no hydrogen atoms are available for bond formation. I mean, no hydrogen atom is available for hydrogen bond formation. So the order of boiling point of amines is primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary. So from these areas, students, you can expect questions. VSA, very short answer type questions, etc. You can expect from this side. So please have a look. Next, let us start with the chemical reactions of amines. So before starting chemical reactions, you should understand why amines are reactive. The difference in electronegativity between nitrogen and hydrogen atoms and due to the presence of unshared pair of electrons over nitrogen atom makes amine reactive. Another point to be noted here is the number of hydrogen atoms attached to the nitrogen atom also decides the reaction of amines. Now observe in the case of a primary amine, 2 hydrogen atoms are attached. In the case of a secondary amine, 1 hydrogen atom is attached, and in the case of a tertiary amine, no hydrogen atoms are attached. So, how many hydrogen atoms are attached to nitrogen? That decides the reactivity of amines, and the number of unshared pair of electrons present in nitrogen. These two factors decides the reactivity of nitrogen. Now let's discuss first the basic character of amines. Amines being basic reacts with the acids to form salts. Now consider one reaction, RNH2, one lone pair of electron is present over here, plus HX, say HCl, HBr, HN. Okay. The reaction is reversible and hence a double side arrow is shown here. Now look here, HX. HX means obviously you can expect polarity. Because of the polarity, a partial negative charge will be there on halogen and a partial positive charge will be there on hydrogen. Okay, and lone pair of electron is available here for nitrogen. Okay, so this forms RNH3 X. Nitrogen will be having a positive charge and halogen will be having a negative charge. That is the salt. Okay, now consider one example: aniline and treated with the hydrochloric acid to form C6H5 NH3Cl, that is anilinium chloride. Anilinium. Then amines on treatment with the anilinium salts or amine salts on treatment with a base, it regenerates the parent amine. For example, RNH3X plus Cl minus gives RNH2 plus H2O plus X minus. Then reaction of amines with the mineral acids to form ammonium salts shows the basic nature of amines. Then another point to be noted here is amines have unshared pair of electrons on nitrogen and hence they behave as a Lewis base. Now come back to the chemical equilibrium. Last year you studied. Consider this reaction RNH2 plus H2O gives RNH3 plus OH minus. Now equilibrium constant K is equal to molar concentration of RNH3 into molar concentration of OH minus divided by molar concentration of RNH2 into molar concentration of H2O. Okay. Now take this molar concentration of H2O to this side. So K into molar concentration of H2O is equal to molar concentration of RNH3 into molar concentration of OH minus divided by molar concentration of RNH2. Now we are going to make this as Kb. So Kb is equal to molar concentration of RNH3 into molar concentration of OH minus divided by molar concentration of RNH2. Okay. Now we are going to connect it to pKb value. pKb means the base dissociation constant. So pKb is equal to minus log Kb. Okay. So one generalization we are going to bring here: larger the value of Kb or smaller the value of pKb, stronger will be the base. Repeat once again: larger the value of Kb or smaller the value of pKb, stronger will be the base. Thank you.